Welcome back to Cosmos World, where we explore the darkest corners of history and the most terrifying tales. Tonight, we unravel the sinister secret of room 237 at the infamous Blackwood Hotel, a place that has haunted the dreams of many. Buckle up, because this story is not for the faint of heart. Blackwood Hotel, built in the early 1900s, was once a beacon of luxury and grandeur. But over the years, it has gained a notorious reputation. Guests began to report strange occurrences, and the hotel became infamous for its eerie atmosphere and unsettling events. Among all the rooms in this haunted hotel, room 237 stands out. It's said to be cursed. Numerous guests who stayed in this room either disappeared, went insane, or met tragic ends. The stories surrounding this room are chilling and mysterious. The first reported incident occurred in the 1930s. A young couple, the Johnsons, checked into room 237 for their honeymoon. They were found dead under mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside, and their bodies showed signs of extreme fear and distress. Local legend has it that Elizabeth Blackwood, the original owner's wife, haunts the hotel. She was said to have been driven mad by her husband's infidelities and ultimately took her own life in room 237. Her ghost is often seen wandering the hallways, her eyes filled with sorrow and rage. Over the decades, countless paranormal investigators have tried to uncover the secrets of room 237. EVP recordings captured chilling whispers, shadowy figures were seen on thermal cameras, and sudden temperature drops were experienced. One investigator claimed to have felt an invisible force pushing him against the wall. What makes room 237 so sinister? Some believe it's the site of a gruesome murder, with the victim's spirit seeking vengeance. Others speculate that the room is a portal to another dimension, allowing malevolent entities to cross over. Skeptics argue it's all a series of unfortunate coincidences fueled by the power of suggestion. The most recent incident occurred in 2010, when aspiring writer Sarah Collins checked into room 237. She planned to document the hotel's haunted history. Sarah was never seen again. Her belongings were found neatly arranged in the room, but there was no sign of a struggle or her departure. The case remains unsolved. During renovations in 2015, a hidden passage was discovered behind a wardrobe in room 237. This passage led to a network of tunnels beneath the hotel, believed to have been used for smuggling during Prohibition. Could these tunnels hold the key to the disappearances? To this day, room 237 continues to captivate and terrify. Visitors report seeing shadowy figures, hearing disembodied voices, and experiencing an overwhelming sense of dread. Urban legends about the room abound, and it has become a hotspot for thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. The Blackwood Hotel and room 237 remain shrouded in mystery and fear. We uncover the horrifying secrets of the Crescent Hills Asylum, a place that has been long forgotten but continues to haunt those who dare to explore its dark corridors. Prepare yourself for a journey into madness and the unknown. Crescent Hills Asylum was established in the early 1900s, originally intended to be a sanctuary for the mentally ill. However, it quickly gained a notorious reputation for its brutal treatments and inhumane conditions. Patients were subjected to horrific experiments and unspeakable torment, many of whom were never seen again. The asylum was abandoned in the 1960s, but its dark legacy continued. Local legends tell of ghostly apparitions, eerie screams echoing through the halls, and the lingering presence of those who suffered within its walls. Crescent Hills Asylum became a hotspot for urban explorers and paranormal investigators, each with their own spine-chilling experiences to share. In 2017, a group of urban explorers ventured into Crescent Hills Asylum, documenting their journey through the derelict building. What started as an adrenaline-fueled adventure quickly turned into a nightmare. They captured unexplained shadows, disembodied whispers, and sudden drops in temperature. One member claimed to have seen a figure in a hospital gown, standing at the end of a corridor, only for it to vanish moments later. Intrigued by these reports, a team of paranormal investigators decided to spend a night in the asylum. Their findings were nothing short of terrifying. EMF detectors spiked erratically. Voices were captured on EVP recorders saying, "Help me," and "Get out." And one investigator was even scratched by an unseen force. The evidence they gathered suggested that the spirits of Crescent Hills Asylum were far from at rest. As more people delved into the history of Crescent Hills, dark secrets began to surface. It was revealed that unethical experiments were conducted on patients, including electroshock therapy, lobotomies, and isolation treatments. Some patients were rumored to have been buried on the grounds, their souls trapped within the asylum forever. These revelations only added to the sinister aura surrounding Crescent Hills. Even today, Crescent Hills Asylum continues to captivate and terrify. Locals report seeing lights flickering in the windows at night, hearing distant cries for help, and witnessing ghostly apparitions wandering the grounds. Could the tortured souls of Crescent Hills still be seeking justice or peace? The Crescent Hills Asylum stands as a grim reminder of the past, a place where the lines between reality and the supernatural blur. What do you believe? Are the hauntings real, or are they just the echoes of a dark history? We venture into the cursed town of Centralia, a place that has become synonymous with hell on Earth. Prepare yourself for a journey into a town consumed by fire and haunted by its dark past. Centralia, Pennsylvania was founded in the mid-1800s as a prosperous coal mining town. For years, it thrived, with its residents enjoying the fruits of the rich anthracite coal beneath their feet. But beneath the surface, a disaster was waiting to unfold. The town was a picture of Americana, with bustling streets, a thriving school system, and a close-knit community. Yet as the coal industry boomed, so did the risks. In 1962, an attempt to clean up the town's landfill by burning trash went horribly wrong. The fire ignited a seam of coal, and the flames began to spread through the underground tunnels. Despite efforts to extinguish it, the fire continued to burn, creating a hellish inferno beneath Centralia. Firefighters initially thought they could control the blaze, but they soon realized that the fire had spread deep into the coal veins, where it would be impossible to reach. As the fire raged beneath the town, poisonous gases and dangerous sinkholes began to emerge. Buildings crumbled, streets cracked open, and a thick, toxic smoke filled the air. Residents were forced to flee their homes, leaving behind a ghost town enveloped in a surreal and nightmarish landscape. The evacuation was heart-wrenching. Families who had lived in Centralia for generations were forced to leave their homes, their memories, and their lives behind. The town quickly became a ghost town, with only a few stubborn residents refusing to leave. By the 1980s, the government declared Centralia unsafe and began the process of evacuating the remaining residents. Homes were demolished and the town was officially condemned. Today, fewer than 10 people remain, clinging to their homes amidst the ongoing underground fire. Despite the danger, a handful of residents refused to abandon Centralia. These individuals held a fierce loyalty to their hometown, even as it transformed into a living nightmare. The abandonment of Centralia gave rise to numerous legends and tales of hauntings. Locals speak of ghostly miners seen wandering the streets, their faces twisted in agony. Some claim to hear eerie whispers and cries emanating from the smoke-filled cracks. The spirits of those who perished in the mines are said to haunt the town, seeking vengeance for their untimely deaths. Paranormal investigators have flocked to Centralia, capturing chilling evidence of ghostly activity. Many report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and encountering inexplicable phenomena. One of the most mysterious aspects of Centralia is the St. Ignatius Church. Despite the inferno beneath the town, the church remains untouched by the fire. Many believe it is protected by divine intervention, standing as a symbol of hope and defiance against the overwhelming darkness. The church has become a pilgrimage site for those seeking solace, and a reminder that even in the darkest times there can be a glimmer of hope. Today, Centralia attracts urban explorers and thrill seekers, drawn by its eerie atmosphere and haunting legends. These adventurers capture chilling footage of the desolate streets, unexplained phenomena, and the haunting beauty of a town swallowed by fire. But many leave with more than just photos, reporting strange sensations and encounters that defy explanation. From phantom figures to sudden drops in temperature, the experiences of these modern-day explorers only add to the legend of Centralia. Some even claim that the town itself seems to come alive, reacting to their presence. The fire beneath Centralia shows no signs of stopping. Experts estimate that it could burn for another 250 years, consuming the remaining coal and continuing to shape the landscape. The town stands as a grim reminder of nature's power and the unintended consequences of human actions. The geological and chemical processes that keep the fire burning are a testament to the power of nature. Efforts to extinguish the fire have failed, leaving Centralia as a living experiment in the persistence of fire. For those who once called Centralia home, the memories of their town are bittersweet. They speak of the vibrant community that was lost and the trauma of watching their homes fall into ruin. Their stories add a deeply human element to the tragedy, highlighting the resilience and determination of those who lived through the nightmare. These personal stories reveal the deep emotional scars left by the fire. The pain of losing a home and a way of life is palpable, yet so is the strength of the human spirit. Centralia stands as a stark warning of the dangers lurking beneath our feet. It is a place where the line between reality and nightmare blurs and where the past continues to haunt the present. The cursed town of Centralia will forever remain a testament to the power of fire and the ghosts it leaves behind. Join us as we explore the spine-tingling events that plagued a family and baffled experts, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. In 1977, the Hodgson family, consisting of single mother Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, Margaret, Janet, Johnny, and Billy, lived in a modest council house at 284 Green Street, Enfield, North London. Life was relatively ordinary until strange occurrences began to shatter their peace. Peggy Hodgson, a hard-working mother, did her best to raise her children in a stable environment. But what began as peculiar noises soon escalated into a nightmare that would consume their lives. It all started on the night of August 30th, 1977. Janet and her brother Johnny complained of their beds shaking violently. Peggy initially dismissed it as childish imagination, but things quickly took a darker turn. Loud knocking sounds echoed through the house. Furniture moved on its own, and objects were thrown by unseen forces. The family was terrified. Peggy sought help from neighbors who witnessed some of the disturbances firsthand. They advised her to call the police, hoping for a rational explanation. When the police arrived, they too experienced inexplicable phenomena. One officer reported seeing a chair slide across the floor on its own. Despite their thorough investigation, they found no evidence of a break-in or prank. The events were beyond their expertise, leaving the Hodgsons with more questions than answers. The police were at a loss. They documented their observations, but admitted they had no means to deal with what seemed to be a paranormal occurrence. Word of the haunting spread like wildfire, drawing media attention from all over the world. Journalists flocked to Enfield, eager to capture the inexplicable events. The Hodgson home became a media circus, with cameras capturing some of the most compelling evidence of paranormal activity. Photos of levitating children, objects in midair, and bizarre physical phenomena were published, adding to the hysteria. The Hodgsons found themselves at the center of a storm, their lives under constant scrutiny. Enter Maurice Grosse and Guy Leon Playfair, investigators from the Society for Psychical Research. They were determined to uncover the truth behind the Enfield poltergeist. Over the course of their investigation, they documented more than 2,000 incidents, ranging from strange noises to physical attacks on the children. Grosse and Playfair were convinced that the events were genuine. They recorded voices seemingly coming from Janet, who spoke in a deep, guttural tone, claiming to be various entities, including the spirit of a man named Bill Wilkins, who had died in the house years before. The voices coming from Janet were one of the most disturbing aspects of the case. Speaking in tones and accents far beyond her years, Janet described details of Bill Wilkins' life and death that she couldn't possibly have known. These recordings remain some of the most compelling evidence of the haunting. Experts analyzed the recordings, debating whether they were the result of trickery or genuine paranormal phenomena. The voices were unsettling and added a chilling layer to the Enfield poltergeist saga. As the haunting intensified, so did the physical attacks on the Hodgson children. Janet was often the target, experiencing bites, scratches, and even levitations. Witnesses, including family members and investigators, saw her being thrown across the room by unseen forces. The attacks were not only frightening, but also left physical evidence. Photographs showed bite marks and scratches that appeared spontaneously. These injuries couldn't be easily explained, adding to the terror and confusion. Desperate to end the torment, the Hodgsons sought help from various sources, including priests and mediums. Exorcisms and cleansing rituals were performed, but the haunting persisted. The family was left feeling helpless and abandoned. The exorcisms provided temporary relief, but the poltergeist activity would inevitably return. The persistence of the phenomena suggested a deeper, more sinister force at play. After nearly 2 years of relentless activity, the haunting began to wane. By 1979, the poltergeist phenomena had largely ceased, leaving the Hodgson family to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The experience left deep emotional scars, but also a story that would be told for generations. The Hodgsons struggled to move on, but the memories of the haunting remained vivid. For them, the Enfield poltergeist was more than just a story. It was a nightmare they lived through and survived. The Enfield poltergeist remains one of the most controversial and debated hauntings in history. Skeptics argue that the events were exaggerated or fabricated, pointing to inconsistencies and potential hoaxes. Believers, however, cite the overwhelming evidence and first-hand accounts as proof of a genuine paranormal occurrence. The truth may never be fully known, but the Enfield poltergeist continues to captivate and terrify. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the story of the Hodgson family is a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still elude us. The Enfield poltergeist is a tale of fear, resilience, and the unknown. It challenges our understanding of reality and forces us to confront the possibility of things beyond our comprehension. What do you think? Are the hauntings real, Or are they simply the result of mass hysteria and trickery? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Cosmos World for more terrifying tales. Until next time, stay curious and keep the lights on.